All right, this case D578521. Mr. Foster is present. Ms. Webb, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
All right, let's start with, we referred this matter to FMC, and it's entitled a partial parenting agreement, but these are fairly uniform for these, the type of facts of this case where I'm assuming you're staying in Illinois, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And so if you're not successful in obtaining the relocation, then this visitation schedule will apply to you. If you are successful, then the visitation will apply to Mr. Foster, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have you reviewed that plan, which is spring break, summer, Thanksgiving break, winter break?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And so, are you okay if the court enters that? Again, it doesn't
yeah.
say everybody's won or lost the relocation issue. It just indicates that that's what it's going to be, and then we'll decide at a trial who is going to end up prevailing. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, give me 1 second. All right, we're going to file that. We will mail you a copy of that, Miss Webb.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Can I? Well, actually, I have the right to ask. Who? Oh, never mind. You indicated that you were in discussions with Legal Aid of Southern Nevada. Are they going to end up representing you?
If I can afford an attorney, possibly, but at this time I do not have an attorney.
Correct. Okay. Let me let you know, and again, this is not to try to intimidate or scare you. Again, this is your burden since you're the one who's wanting to relocate out of state. If you want to pull the statute up online, you can feel free to. The statute is, do you have a pen?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
NRS 125C .007.
Okay.
And that sets forth all of the factors that, again, it's your burden to prove that. And as you can probably, and as you'll see when you look at that, it's a two-stage test. If you can't meet the first stage, then your case can get dismissed after the first stage. We don't even get into the second stage. I'm going to strongly suggest that whether it's through Legal Aid Center of Southern Nevada, or if you're going to have an attorney, I guess you're going to have an attorney, but these are, again, very difficult cases to prove, especially with children of this age.
They've always been with their mom before this, but yes. Both of us, but I was the primary caretaker.
I understand that.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to speak or if I'm able to.
I'm
I don't know if
sorry?
this is the time. Am I allowed to say anything about it, or is there something where it's just yes or no?
If you're asking for whether they can be sent out there temporarily,
No, I just meant like, I didn't want to come to Illinois, but I lost my job, and I had no choice but to move in with my mother. I may come back to Nevada 6 months, a year from now, 3 months from now, I don't know, but at this time, I cannot, I do not have good enough credit to even get into an apartment out there. That is my my problem. It's not that I don't want to come back to Nevada. I just don't have the means to do it at this time.
Okay. Let me let you know that even looking at your pleadings, you have some things that might go in your favor, and some things that might not.
Okay.
There is case law that indicates that if Mr. Foster is more financially stable, has had consistent employment, housing, things of that nature, that's actually a factor I have to take into consideration on his
Well,
side
he
of the
definitely
ledger.
makes more money than me.
I'm sorry?
Well, he definitely does make more money than me,
He makes more money than you?
by far.
I understand that.
Yes, Your Honor.
So here's the thing, Ms. Foster. If he may, and again, please don't take this as any sort of threat. But if you're seriously considering possibly coming out here as soon as 3 months, you're probably not getting a trial date, especially since Jasmine's in school. I'd change schools during the school year anyway, so you're probably not getting a trial date till the first of the summer. So do you want to see?
That makes sense.
Do you want to see where you're at that point, and then if you're for sure staying there, then we can set a trial?
Yes, Your Honor. That would be good.
Okay. In the meantime, that agreement is in effect, which means since he has temporary primary custody, whatever visitation is set forth in that agreement, you have the right to exercise that. You're simply going to have to put him on notice whether you're going to come here to exercise that, or whether you're going to come get the kids and take them back to Illinois and exercise it back there.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay. So does that mean if, let's say I wanted to, take the kids for spring break, if he's not in agreement to that, then that can't happen because this is the problem we've been having.
Let me see.
He hasn't been in agreement every time to allow that to happen. I just got him to allow. I just took the kids back home to Nevada 2 weeks ago, though. He did finally allow for me to have them during Christmas break. And I did have Naya for over a month. But I had Jasmine for about 2 weeks. But he's not always in agreement with me taking them to
Listen,
Illinois.
at this point, it's not whether he's in agreement, and I hope you understood. Sorry, you listening?
Yes.
Yes.
These dates are going to be defined by, it'll be in the minutes, Clark County School District, spring break,
Okay.
things like that. You have no right to deny her at this point because you now have it ordered.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. I've never denied her.
Okay. So, just to let you know, Ms. Webb, you're welcome. Again, this is now an order of the court. You can bring with you a certified copy if, in fact, there are any problems. You can use law enforcement to obtain the kids. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point, though. I would hope that Mr. Foster seems to understand that, and if you did deprive her...
This is actually my idea.
I'm sorry?
This is actually my idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
She's saying something. I don't know either one of you. I don't know either one of you.
Because this is exactly
Right.
what works out
So-
for the kids.
Here, go down quick. So if it was denied, it would not be good for him for the if it went that way. So, listen, I'll be candid with you. Hopefully things go right. Maybe you end up back here. It's always good if the parents live in the same community. Hopefully things will work out for you. So, let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and set it for a status check on. We'll make it June 20th at 1:30.
Okay.
If you're not in Nevada, we will call you back at this number.
I'll make it a point to be there in Nevada.
Well,
It was just that I had...
That's
Yes,
just
yes.
I'm just saying, that's just a status check date. I don't want you to feel like you have to incur costs just to come out here for a hearing. If on that date you say, Your Honor, I'm going forward, I still want to prove my case, then we will get you a trial before the end of summer so that we know where the kids are going to start school in the fall.
Okay, and so that I can make sure I understand what you're saying correctly, are you saying that from this day, you're going to do a status check June 20th, but from this day forward, during school breaks, they can come to Illinois from today on?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I correct?
He's aware of that agreement. He's got a copy in front of him, and in fact, I'll have my JEA email you yours instead of, so you'll have your copy today, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
And again, that's an order. And again, I'm sure Mr. Foster understands that at this point.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
But you should be in communication, however you guys communicate, whether it's by text or email, and give them a heads up on days and times.
Okay, so for the rest of this school year, this is what applies until June 20th. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And maybe
Okay.
you might end up being back here. Let me go ahead and put that in the minutes as well. If, let's say come May, you know you're coming back here, then I need you to just contact my department. We'll send you guys back to mediation, and you can mediate in what we call an in-state plan.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm great with that. Thank you.
All right. Again, I'll have him email that to you by probably end of our day, which is 5 o'clock Pacific time, okay?
Okay, and I do have one other question.
Sure.
Would they spend the summer with me?
I don't have I keep handing your agreement back to the clerk. Whatever you guys agreed to during summer.
I think it was summer too. Okay. Okay.
Do you have that, Madam Clerk? Sorry. One more time. Someone start keeping these till the end of the hearings. Summer breaks are defined as 7 days after school recess. Again, for right now, this is defined by Clark County School District. If in fact the kids you prevailing and end up moving to Illinois, then it'll be defined by the Illinois School District. So you can get an online you can get on the Clark County website, see when school lets out, so you have the days and times so that you can let Mr. Foster know. But you are entitled under this agreement to have them 7 days after school gets out, and then they need to be back 7 days before school starts.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, that's fair. Thank you.
All right. So again, I expect on the 20th, I'm not sure when school gets out this year, but that may be around the time it does. If not, if you're back there with the kids, you can just simply appear by phone.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank
You guys have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.